Namaste. Welcome to Love Wins. Welcome to the Sunshine State. This is my home. This is where I was born. Feels good to be home. It does. It feels good to be home. It feels different. It feels different. Over the past few cycles, few decades, few lifetimes, within this lifetime, each time I come home, it feels different. That's, actually, this is like take 142. I don't know. Every time I set up, Bella comes and wants my attention or video chats our entire family one at a time. Needless to say, when I set up, I was working with the sunset coming through the trees, and now we are working with the moon and the artificial lighting. But I just decided to be as natural is to me, and just come on here and be myself. And this is me. This is in Florida. I love being somewhere where I can put on a sarong, not worry about clothes, not worry about shoes, not worry about AC. I would be outside if it wasn't for my daughter and her needs and all of her third dimensional programmings that I am so about to deprogram. Deconstruction before reconstruction. Send me prayers, send me good energy. I am going to unplug my children from the matrix and reprogram them to nature again. Because I got off track. I did. You know, when life threw me my curveballs, the iPads became their coping mechanism for life. And I've been in this observation phase, this non-judgmental. Now, I was pretty judgmental. That's one of the things I want to talk about today. I have some notes here in my travel journal. Actually, I put a lot of notes, but we're not going to get into all of them today. But how to high vibrationally let go. And learning from my mistakes, that is how we teach. Life experience is what is wisdom. The wisdom within you, the wisdom that lies within your soul, your knowing, is lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of life experience, i.e. wisdom, your truth. Where am I going with this? As you go through life, you learn. You learn from trial and error. You learn from making mistakes. You learn from... It's a battlefield, okay? Like, it really is a battlefield. I've been speaking about this for 2 decades now on my other social media platforms, and this YouTube channel, although it says I've been around for a decade, or however many years, I don't even remember when I started this. It was something I started and stopped, like cold turkey, and then just picked back up, but didn't create a new channel, just reinvented this one. Knowing what I know now would have completely just created a whole new channel, because algorithms and the old energy, you know, I'm not that person. I don't resonate with those people. I'm not on the same timeline as anybody that followed me from that phase, from that era. But being in teacher energy as a natural teacher is a knowing that I know I'm a natural teacher. Being in that energy, I teach the wisdom. So I just speak my truth. I tell my story. I teach what I've learned, the mistakes that I've made, the lessons I've learned, the awakenings I've had. And the reason I decided to do this on this platform this way is that it's for anybody who resonates. Because learning karma and karmics and karmic families and friends and just learning about all of that, which we've discussed on this channel, I've come to the understanding and overstanding of this spiritual warfare. And it's like every single person is inserted into this matrix, and here come all the NPCs, and I'm your NPC and you're my NPC, and it's like, just like watching my language, see, growth, evolution. I didn't say GD, video games. Just like the video games that like our children are addicted to, and some of us in our generation are addicted to. I didn't jump on that bandwagon, but it wasn't my path. But being witness to it, being in relationships with people who play them, having children who play them, being a second-time mom and seeing what's happening to these after seeing what happened to them, you know, the last ones. I know I say that so lightly, but really they're deep, 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 deep in my heart. How to high vibrationally let go. I've been high vibrationally letting go, understanding and overstanding the bigger picture. The bigger picture. My soul, my karma, my mission, my game, my purpose, my soul lessons, my ascension, their soul, their karma, their experiences, their wisdom, the things that's unlocking within them, the triggers, the necessary triggers, because without triggers, we don't know what we need to heal. We don't go down those paths. We don't make those turns. We don't have those experiences. You have to have the experiences to have the awakenings, albeit how traumatic. And it's traumatic, okay? It's trauma. Trauma leads to awakening. But guys, we are in prison. We are in prison, but we came here to break out. And the only way out is in. So everything out there that is so important, it's not, okay? It ain't it. I'm here to tell you 818 on my timer, it's not it. But it's really hard to let go. It's really hard to let go. I get it. Now I gotta teach a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old how to let go. And I had this huge fear. We pulled them from the matrix. They wouldn't run to the matrix like my other ones did. Straight soul contracts. Daggers. But I love them. I love their souls. They have their own missions. They will come into their awakenings. I pray for their ascension as I pray for your ascension. Because I know I'm working on my ascension. That's it. Whatever happens, happens. My soul came here to clear my karmas and ascend. That's my checklist. And do what brings joy. You okay, baby? Do what brings joy, because that's what raises your vibration. And when you're in a high vibration, you are open to the wisdom that's within you, the downloads that come in, the knowings unlock. And then you can live a purposeful life. And in that purposeful life, that's it. You're winning. You're in the frequency of love. You, raising your vibration, are a beacon. You're a lighthouse, a light worker. So the people around you can only do one of two things. There is no gray area in this business. There is no in between. There's no in and out. You're triggering people, and it becomes a very lonely path once you wake up. It does. You have to go through this hermit phase. It's like an initiation or something, but like you have to learn how to let everyone and everything go. And like, you know how they say, like, if it's yours and you let it go, if it comes back, you know, it was meant to be or whatever. Like, that's really how it is with like everything in life. Just let it all go. Just like be like, fuck it. And those that are in your frequency, that are meant to be in your frequency, you guys will be on the same wavelength, 1111, and it will flow. There will be synchronous, like there will be, what's the word? It's not synchronicity. It'll come to me, but alignment. Like you'll be in alignment with soul, family, in the same resonance of people who vibrate at the same frequency of you as you. Because when you're not in that frequency, you're in survival mode. You're in flight or fight. You're operating in the matrix. With all the matrix noises out there. Can you guys please bring me my crickets back? I love crickets. I love tree frogs. I love all the sounds of nighttime. Except for the artificial sounds. Hence, unplugging from the matrix. That's it. Like, I'm mission oriented and there's no distractions. And that's why I can safely say this online without feeling like psychic attacks are gonna like brain fog me. And yes, that is real. Okay. That is a very, 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 very real thing, that other people's energy in an unaware state, i.e. from energies of jealousy or hatred or just envy, lust, like these energies are demons. I'm not lying. These entities, these energies, they do. It's witchcraft. Like they really do throw people off. That's why you'll be like, you'll have an idea and you'll be really excited about something and you start to tell everybody your idea, the people that are like your people, and all of a sudden like maybe they'll say something just so passive aggressive or just so like, oh yeah, but that'll never happen, but nobody ever does that, or and it's just so nonchalant, and the average eye, the untrained eye will think nothing of it, but they're straight sabotaging your dreams because they can't see them. It's like they say, do not cast your pearls before swine. They can't envision it, they can't see it, they can't perceive it. It is outside of their spectrum, of their percentage of what they can grasp as reality. It's just not, it's not feasible. So if they can't do it, then you can't do it. So in that energy, everything is energy. And many times I've come across that. And like now I'm like, take that shit. Return to sender. Purified though, because I don't want to send daggers back at anybody. Like we're trying to end the war. Peace. I really want to live in high vibration. Okay. So as a transmuter of energy, as a natural alchemist, as a high priestess, I am going to transmute that negative shit you're sending at me, that all of you have sent at me, except for you new people, because you new people are on my frequency. You old people, all your hater eyes. I love your souls and I pray for your ascension. But all that shit you've sent at me all these years, I've I've just been transmuting it and transmuting it and transmuting it and sending it into the universe. Purified. High vibration. That's what we're doing up in here. So y'all can send it. It makes me more powerful. Don't you get that? But if you don't, I hope you do now. Like, it does. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because although it was a really, really, really painful life cycle, once you crack that heart open and go into the heart and feel the pureness, 15:55 on my clock, of your heart, that raw, just like, I can't even express it. English is the problem. That's what Nana Kwame says. English is the problem. I can't express it in words. And I'm a writer, so that's deep. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay? And like, I just pray everybody can go into their heart and feel their truth. And be that and walk that and embody that, because that frequency, walking in that frequency, that's what we came here to do. I lit this one before that one was out. That wasn't even what I came on here to talk about. How to high vibrationally let go. I guess I did. But so through the years, as I was waking up, you know, going through all my different phases of waking up, I'm looking back in hindsight, seeing what, you know, I've learned and what I could have done better and how I could have been better. Because that's what this thing is. This daily practice is, how can I be a better me? There's no outside competition. There's not. Not for an awakened soul, okay? Not for someone walking their path. There's no competition. We don't care about that. We don't. If you're resonating with me, you don't. You really don't. And if you do, like, there's still some ego to shed, okay? There's still some ego to shed. And this is a safe space. This is where we can be real. We can be real in this space with what we're working on and where we're at. And it's like, there's no competition. For me, it's about self. How can I be a better me today? How can I be better than I was yesterday, today? To be the best me in my present moment. Like, and I have a list of things I'm working on. List of things. And then I have a list of things I've accomplished and I've achieved. And that balance, it's like, it brings me joy. Because I'm in it, you know, I'm in this world and not of it, but I'm making moves. And even though they're personal moves, as within, so without, the micro to the macro, it's all about your frequency. It's not about your clout. It's not about your social media status. It's not about your followers. It's not about none of that. It's your frequency. You can change the life of one soul in 1 second with a glance of your eyes, a smile, just something so simple. And that one soul, that could have been your purpose. That one moment, that one soul. That was the night that was it. There was no hope. They were done. Within you, there's a transmission. There's unconscious things happening. Spirit is working. There's magic moving. There's energy. There's frequency. When you're in tune, you just know, and it's just natural. And you also know who to protect your energy from. My daughter, she wants to jump on this camera so bad and get in my videos. That's why I'm having this problem starting and then pausing. And she watches YouTube right now and she wants to be on YouTube. And my other kids wanted that, and I really tried to help them achieve that. And I unschooled them, and if they wanted a channel, I'd support your channel. If you wanted to be a gamer, I'd support your gamer. And that was where I was at in life. Before I just want to go be natural. But it was before I learned about energy protection and siphoning of energy and energy harvesting and the children. It's all about what they're doing to the children, how they're taking energy from the children. And everything the children consume and watch, it's just siphoning their energy and sending them sexual signals. The food, the sugar, the media, it's just sexual signals. And I think back to my childhood, and I think back to the songs that I used to listen to. It was all about sex, and I thought love and sex was just the most magical thing ever until I just had really shitty experiences in love and a whole bunch of sex that did not feel good. Whole bunch of grief, whole bunch of guilt, whole bunch of shame, whole bunch of healing. Whole bunch of healing. Whole bunch of healing, but goddamn, oops, I said it. It feels good to be healing. It feels good to be healing. It does. It really does. And this is me high on life. This is what high vibration looks and feels like. I love it. I love it. I do. I love it. I would go through it all again if it meant coming into this experience in this lifetime to be living in high vibration when the entire world is going to shit. 22 on my clock. I just want everybody to feel this way. I want everybody to come into their hearts and raise their vibration and heal their traumas, all of the traumas, because there's been a lot. We've all been through a lot. I cannot say one person's trauma is more traumatic than another because we all feel it, Loss feels like loss, grief feels like grief, pain feels like pain, abandonment feels like abandonment, betrayal feels like betrayal. Discrimination feels like discrimination. Abuse feels like abuse. Gaslighting feels like gaslighting. It does. Did I even get to my topic? So I just inhaled Nag Champa. Non-judgment. How to high vibrationally let go. To be compassionate and have non-judgment is something I had to learn. I did. And I didn't even know how judgmental I was being. Because in that moment, I was healing. I had anger issues, and I had, I'm going to give you an example. In one of my videos, I said something about being high vibrational. We just don't want to sit around and watch Netflix all day, right? And I was making a dig at people who lay around and watch Netflix all day, because I've seen so many people. I'm not even talking about one person. God damn. Body mouth. I'm sorry, guys. God, I should never say I'm sorry. 9:33. I'm just taking a second to let all of these intrusive thoughts out of my head Yes, that's how we do this. Thoughts come in. If they're not pure thoughts, they're not your thoughts. Okay? If they're not pure thoughts, they're not your thoughts. Make that a mantra. If they're not pure thoughts, they're not your thoughts. If they're not pure thoughts, they're not your thoughts. Like, for real. Okay? So when those thoughts come in, you just take a second and like cancel, clear, delete. Like, they're not my thoughts. I don't even remember what the thought was. That's how crazy. I don't even remember what the thought was. So I was making a dig at people who watch Netflix, and just because when you're just doing that, what's happening is your energy is being siphoned. You know, you're just, it's really, 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 really bad for your body, for your mind, for your soul, for your energetic field. Like, it's really not good for you. It really isn't. And, you know, it makes you so disconnected. So disconnected. And I felt like I was just trying to wake people up. Just like, you know, like there's so many other things you could be doing. Like, you can be grounding, getting in the sun, like activating your DNA, journaling, stretching, riding a bike, swimming, climbing a mountain, just like going into yourself and adventuring with life, you know? And I'm so passionate about that. But I was being judgmental. I was being judgmental in the act. So it's that like awareness of that. And then being in this place, in this now, in this present moment, let go of that person, because I'm not her anymore, you know, and whoever you were and whatever your thing was, like, you're not them anymore, right? And you be now. So are you guys getting my breakdown? Like, this is how the work works. This is how you do the work. This is the work spiritualists are talking about, okay? And I'm just using my life as an example and breaking it down to y'all. Like, it is active. It's a job. But it's not a job because it's a joy. It's a joy, though. Like, it really is. Because, like, as you do it, as you peel apart these layers, you feel lighter and lighter and lighter. It feels good. It really feels good to just take all the energetic layers off. Seriously. Like, when they say give it to God, like, seriously. It's a thing. Oh, what else? What else? What else? Do we want to get into anything else today? I wrote something down. Karma, tarot video channels. They're hurting, they're hating, revenge. Okay, so I found myself going through my healing path, becoming addicted to YouTube tarot channels. And I would just find so many that would resonate. And how the algorithm works is they're just going to send, you know, exactly what you need to see. And then I realized that when you're constantly focusing on how the people who hurt you are now hurting, or how the people who hurt you, they're watching you and they're hating on you, and like how you have all these haters, and like it's keeps you in lower vibration. It's like to high vibrationally let go. Even the ones that hurt you. This is how you know you're a true empath. You don't want them to hurt either, because they wouldn't have hurt you if they weren't hurting. Hurt people hurt people. They have to hurt to heal, though. So it's like it's your duty to hurt them. Unfortunately, it's your duty to hurt them. it's their duty to hurt you. You have to hurt to heal. You're not going to heal what's not hurt. Like, and we wouldn't be here. We'd already be ascended. So we're here. Something hurt. You have to heal it. Hurt people. So it's like, I don't want to see souls continuing to hurt just because they've hurt. I want to see them on their path. I want to see them healing, you know? It's like even the demons, even those of y'all that got demons, and yes, y'all got demons. I've had them before. You know, this is spiritual warfare. If your thoughts aren't pure, you got demons, like for real. You got entities. It's not your thoughts, okay? You can kick them motherfuckers off. You don't have to keep them, okay? Like, even entity attachments, deep rooted, you can be born with the entity from past lifetimes. You don't have to keep them. You can get rid of them. You can get rid of them, but you have to do the work. You have to do the hard stuff. You have to go into shadow. Once you go into the shadow and you bring in your light and you are the light, the demons work for you. They're like, yes, ma'am, would you like a coffee? You know, like, they work for you. They're not working you anymore. Okay? You're in control. You're a creator. You're operating from your heart. Your vibration is high. You're winning at life. Love wins. So yeah, I guess that is the message, because this is a mommy-daughter vacation and she's on her iPad and I need her attention off the iPad and doing something else. Anything else. So I love you all. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful reality, and